Hey there, this is Chris from Little Tech Girls Digital Homestead, and I have another unboxing and setup video for you. This is another Growell system. I showed you their smaller system not too long ago. I was growing a bunch of arugula. We're going to do more on that one when I replant it soon, but right now I am so excited to show you this one. This is for those of us that like larger systems that want to grow more and who might have exhausted their need for the smaller systems, or you just want to do both. This is a two-tier system. Let me give you all the specs. I left the page open so I get everything right. 54 pods, so that's going to mean 27 on each level, I assume. Each level has a smart LED grow light. It holds 28 liters of water. You can get this in black or green on Amazon, and I will link you to that below. Let's see, what else do you need to know? Everything you need is going to be in this box with the exception of seeds. It has lockable casters so you can roll it around. 26-watt full spectrum grow lights, which is not bad at all for each tier. And each tier has, so this is contradictory. Sometimes the Amazon listings are a little bit wrong, but it says dual 14-liter large water takes. So each one is 14 liters. I'll put the equivalent in gallons here for us US folks in a bit. And it has a timer for the lights. All right, so let's get into it. So first, let's get everything out of the box and do an inventory, make sure it's all here. I'm sure I'll come across some instructions in a moment. So that's one of the grow decks. Here's another one. They are identical. There's the instructions. Just gonna toss our packing materials off to the side, or right there. Oh, this must be one of the lights. Yes, that is one of the LED lights. I won't take that plastic off yet. Here's the other LED light. Well, let's go ahead and take it off so you can see what it looks like. Nice LED light. I'll give you a closer look at all of this. And now we have a box full of goodies. Let's take a close look in here as I take them out. So in this box, we have cages, lots of sponges, more cages. Oh, nice little measuring cup. I'm going to assume that's the AB nutrients in there. Lots of little plant tags for labeling your plants. Got some domes, labels, tweezers, and some little plugs for the decks. Oh, spacers. These are for covering up empty spots that you don't use. And then, well, that's fascinating. It's a little hammer. I'm going to assume that's for assembly. It's cute. And then we have the parts of the system. Look at this tank. It's huge. So there should be 2 of these in here since each level gets its own. So let me dive into the instructions. There's more stuff hiding in the other tank. We have in there some poles for assembly, power, more nutrients, this time powdered nutrients, the covers for the water ports, more parts, water indicators so you know when the water is getting low, and we've got the wheels for the bottom. All right, now I can look at the instructions. All right, nothing about this looks hard to put together, and it appears that everything is there. So let's get started. So step one is to attach the wheels to the bottom tier. I just took a look, and this one's the bottom because if we go by the box, the brand name goes on the top tier. And we're going to take the forecasters out. Let's see. We have two locking and two inside. So I'll go ahead and do that. Those are locked in, and then we're going to put the two non-locking over here. Don't need the little hammer. All right, the next step is to turn this over and install 4 support poles. I'm just going to turn it this way so I can keep myself knowing what's the front and the back. And those were in this box here. They are all the same from what I can see. So just take 4 of these and push them in, or hammer them in if you need to. All right. And the next part, as you probably guessed, put in the other 4 poles. Okay, you may have missed me actually put these in here because I forgot to raise the camera up, but all good now. Microphone's back on. That actually took quite a few hammer whacks to get these down in there, so they are nice and sturdy now. And the next step is to put the decks on. Let's see, I'm going to assume we need to leave the wire for the pump out there. I want to make sure that part there is in the front. Right there for the field port. Just need to wipe that off a little bit. And then here's the other one. Let me make sure I get that in place. And where did I put those covers? There we go. So we're going to put the covers on. We're going to put the handles. Oh, that's nice. That's what those are for. I've been curious about systems like this for quite a while. So I'm actually really excited to give this a try. And one of the reasons is AeroGarden farms were very popular for a long time. And it's kind of, we're not sure if they are selling them again or will be, or what's going on. And so people are always looking for a system similar to the farm. And to me, this is a good bet. And it has a lot more planting spaces. And the lights are adjustable, which we'll see in a bit, which is very similar to the farm or just like the farm. So we will see if this would be a good alternative. The main difference is going to be the strength of the lights, though. But most things grow perfectly fine with a grow light of about 26 watts, which is what this is, as long as the lights are strong. And now we have, all right, now we're putting on the grow light clips on each level. Looks like these just clip on with this part here in the middle. And this is going to be what the light sits on and what you raise up and down. One on each side. We will even them out in a bit. Let's put this one on. Ah, oh my. What's going on here? Okay. And now we actually want to put on the lights. So we have buttons here. I'll show you a close-up of what all these buttons say, but there's power, pump, the time shows in the middle, sleep, vegetables, flowers, and fruit. So you want to take one of these and nest it over here with those clips right in the middle. And we will find out if I got my sides even. Not bad. Then you have covers here that lock those into place. Let's get this one. This one is nowhere near even. Just have to move this up, up, up. There we go. That's about where that one is. All right. Okay. And my covers. That did not take long at all. On the next page, they show you how to remove the light panel if you need to. It shows you how to slide the lights up and down, which is just to do this with both hands, like we just did when I had to move that one up. Okay. Uh-oh, this is coming apart. I don't know, it's not really. That is a little difficult. So I'm sure because it's brand new that it's a little hard to move. That will get better. And also, I will make sure that these are level and even, because that will help as well. Okay. So for now, let's just make these as even as I can, because when you start seeds, you're going to want this low. Okay. And we will move those down after we talk about it and after I get seeds into place. But for now, this is good. Interesting design. And now we want to put in our water level floats. That is the last step. Looks like after that, everything left is just power and planting. So here's the water level float. These are always pretty easy. You have this part that goes down into the hole, and then you want to put this on top where the numbers are. Make sure that's pushed all the way in. Then you just drop that into place. There's one for each level. And I lost the other one, of course. Ah, there it is. Push that all in. Drop this into place here in the front. I'm not going to be able to do that because my light needs to go up. Oh, no, it's good. There we go. Now, next steps. Now we want to plug in the lights and the pump. So here, under the light, there are 3 holes. Sorry, 3 plugs. One of them is for grow lights. One is for cables. So here's what we're going to do. You have to daisy chain them together. So the pump cable from the bottom is going to go here in the pump plug here. And then there should be a wire somewhere, looks like. Yep, there it is. And that's going to go from down here to this one up here. Like I said, daisy chaining them together. I don't know what was going on with this microphone this day. I've actually gotten a new one since then. But here I was just saying that the lights look good, the unit looks good, and the only thing I don't really like is the way you raise the lights up and down. That is a bit of a bulky, not smooth process, and that is something that can be improved. But now that I've been using this for quite a while, I am happy with the system. You can plant a lot in here and get a lot of grains. So, as mentioned, there will be a link below if you want to check out one of these systems. And stay tuned for more clips where I show you what was growing in here later. All right, wow, that was a task. So since I was using my huge 3-gallon thing, I actually had to take the decks off so I could just easily dump the water into there. But that's that first initial filling. From then on, I can use this and use my smaller container. So right now, each level has about 4 gallons of water in there, and they can actually take more. So I don't know if that little estimate was off. It says 14 liters each, which the internet says is 3.698 gallons, but they could take a little more. So maybe I'll top them off once I plant my seeds. And what I have decided to do, since I have lettuce all around the house that's starting to bolt because they are getting old now, is start some more lettuce. I brought my seed box out here that has all the blends in it. So this one is all kinds of different lettuce and greens mixed together. So I'm just going to randomly plant some seeds from some of these. So I didn't realize until later editing that my mic cut out right in the middle of filming this segment. I'm showing you how I soak my grow sponges for just a few minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes before I decide to plant. You want the sponges to be nice and moist so that they actually wick up water. Sometimes if you start with sponges that are dry, they don't actually wick up the water. This thing has 27 holes on each level for a total of 54 spots. And I had decided to put lettuce on the bottom tier. I also added in some other greens like bok choy and some muslin mix. So here you see me taking my tweezers. I have some little seed tweezers because lettuce seeds are small, putting a couple of seeds in each hole of the moist sponges and putting them in the cages and putting them in place. It's pretty much like planting up most other hydroponics units. Then you want to use your cover to cover up any empty spots so you don't let light into the tank and end up getting algae. So as mentioned with cuttings, you just take one of your grow sponges, you cut a slit down the side to give room for the stem to stick in there. The more stem covered in the sponge, the better your chances of rooting. So here I'm putting in one of my tomato cuttings and making sure it is seated nicely in the sponge. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with the cucumber cutting after I strip off some of the bottom leaves to leave more stem. You want it to focus on making new leaves at the top of the plant. And so sometimes when the cuttings are smaller, that works out better. Now, full disclosure, this tiny little cutting did not make it, but I have successfully cloned cucumbers this way before. You'll notice there's already a plant in here. Like I said, I stole some things from downstairs. This is a fairy tale eggplant, which is something that we're growing for the challenge that started in November. You can see some. So as I was saying, in this top system, sorry, my mic went out. I'm going to go ahead and add nutrients in here because these are established plants. So what I will use is Maxi Bloom. That's what I like for my fruiting larger systems. And I'm going to go ahead and cover up all of these empty holes. Okay, so let's take a wide look at this system one more time. And I'm going to keep you posted on how this goes. I'm excited. I think it's going to do well. One more thing I need to do is tame those cords, which I will also do very shortly. All right, so there we have it. So 26-watt light. These are just leafy greens, so it might be okay. All right, then up top we have my fruiting plants. I can see that this is not even. So yeah, not the best design with the lowering and the raising of the light, but the system looks good. I'm really liking the way it looks. So we have fairy tale eggplant, we have Heartbreaker Door Red tomato there in the front, which is a cutting. We have Pause Pride tomato cutting there in the back, and we have a quick snack cutting over on the side. Next time I show you this system, there may be a couple more plants in there because I do have space. Microdwarf tomatoes stay pretty small. The quick stack will go over to the side, but I might just leave it because I'm growing so much already. I really don't need to start any more plants. But then again, it's fun, so why not? All right, so as mentioned, last step is me putting my nutrients in there, and I will keep you posted on what's going on with this system. And if you want any more information, you have questions, let me know. There'll be a link in the description. Ta-ta for now. It's 8 p.m., so I'm going to press the sleep button on both of these so that the lights will go off and come back on in the morning. So here's an update on my 54-pot Growell. I honestly do not remember how long it's been because I've been so busy. It is doing great. Down here at the bottom are all of my leafy greens. I used a musclin mix, and then I came back later and added a few other seeds. Some of them germinated, some of them did not do too well. So what I'm probably going to do is just pull these or move them and let the big plants take over. We've got some kale, arugula, purple bok choy. Look at that, how beautiful that is back there. It is doing great. I am impressed with that level. And then up here, we have what was my tiny little fairy tale eggplant, which is now a really decent size. And like I said, I've been so busy, so I know I missed a feeding on this, which is why the leaves look kind of stressed here. But I have already harvested 4 beautiful eggplant from this plant. I need to clean up all these flowers and come back and do a little pollinating, which I'll link a video on how you do that here. Sometimes you don't have to pollinate eggplant at all, but I found that I get more fruits if I do actually buzz the flowers with my little portable, electronic toothbrush. This one over here, I just moved from a unit downstairs. This was a cutting from the Little Prince eggplant, which took off and is doing well. So I stuck it over here. I moved those other two plants that I thought I wanted here at first, decided to just make this an eggplant level. So yeah, this is doing great. It's not a very loud unit. The pumps are pretty quiet. And the light seems to work great. I've had no issues with that. Again, just with the moving it up. So I'm gonna close out this video here so I can finally edit this and put it together. But I will be sure to do at least some shorts showing you progress. And as I harvest these things here and swap out something else, you'll see that. So ta-ta for now.